Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Mjengo video. Today we are here at the Luanda Market. This is Vihiga County. We want to see exactly the type of market they were trying to build with the funds that were diverted from the housing levy and the uproar from Kenyans and the decision that made the government to back down on the approvals to start using those funds for these types of constructions, including markets, police stations, and other amenities that were to go along with the affordable housing programs. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and let's go. Let's begin by understanding the context of the Luanda Modern Market in Vihiga County. If you've ever driven through Lwanda, especially on market days, which is basically daily, you know it's a truly vibrant place. It's situated strategically on the busy Kisumu-Busia highway, and it's a vital economic artery supporting thousands of traders and consumers. The existing market, like many across Kenya, has faced serious challenges including congestion, inadequate sanitation, limited storage, and exposure to rain and other elements. This results in considerable post-harvest losses for farmers. From a development perspective, a modern market here is not just desirable, it's genuinely needed. It's about ensuring food security, reducing wastage, and empowering small-scale traders. They are designed to create a more organized, hygienic, and efficient trading environment. The plan for the Luanda Modern Market is impressive, with a budget of 365 million and are designed to accommodate 1,000 daily traders and up to 2,000 traders on peak market days. This isn't just a basic structure. The detailed design includes a main market block for diverse goods, crucial cold rooms to drastically reduce post-harvest losses, a state-of-the-art ICT hub to facilitate e-commerce and bridge the digital divide, a dedicated creche for traders' children, a first aid and health room, administrative offices, meeting rooms, and modern sanitation facilities. The project, launched by President William Ruto earlier this year, that's January 2025, is expected to be completed within 12 months, that's January 2026 next year. The contractor overseeing this is Session Blue Contractors Limited, a company with a proven track record in similar large-scale market developments across the country, including projects like the Chwele Market in Bungoma and the Kimilili Market. For those looking for work on site like this, actually, just pull up to the site by 6:30 a.m. and ask for work. For the skilled laborers, the fundis, they are paid 1,000 Kenya shillings per day, and the casual laborers currently get 500 shillings, which is a bit low, and we hope this can be increased eventually. Now, here's where the critical problem arises. While the immense need and palpable economic value of a market like Lwanda are undeniable, the source of its funding ignited a national scandal, if I may call it that. The initial singular promise of the housing levy, coercively deducted from the salaries of millions of Kenya, was to fund housing, affordable housing. Yet, the government, through the State Department of Urban Housing, spearheaded by Charles Hinga, the Principal Secretary, began to unilaterally expand and controversially reinterpret the mandate of this levy. They argued that it could fund social and physical infrastructure beyond direct housing units. But here's the critical question that remains largely unanswered and deeply problematic. Was there any meaningful public participation on this? The answer is no. Kenyans and COTU vehemently opposed this expanded mandate, calling it a loophole that will allow for the flagrant misappropriation of billions of Kenya shillings into projects completely unrelated to providing decent housing for which the levy was established. For months, the government staunchly defended this controversial approach, and Charles Hinga himself argued that these amenities were vital for dignified, livable communities and that contributors would ultimately benefit. This public clash underscored the deep division and the complete lack of consensus on how these mandatory contributions should truly be used. Then, just recently on June 18, 2025, following intense pressure, the government announced the immediate suspension of the controversial diversion of housing levy funds to build markets and any other such non-housing facilities. Under this agreement, all funds already spent on market construction and by extension, any other housing infrastructure found to have used housing levy money are now mandated to be refunded back into the Affordable Housing Levy Fund. Furthermore, salaried Kenyans who are the primary contributors will now be given explicit priority in the allocation of affordable housing units. A special committee will be constituted to oversee the recovery of the funds, and it's our hope that that will actually go through the way it's supposed to. This whole saga now brings us to the critical question of the way forward. With the housing levy explicitly taken off the table for such projects, who will now shoulder the financial budget for completing the Luanda market and the other markets that were already started or the ones that had already been planned? Because once they return that 10% deposit, then they have no money. Will the counties take up the budgets, or the national government will again need to allocate funds for the construction of these markets? We wait and see. We hope for the best, but we really want to hear your thoughts on the way forward. Drop it in the comments. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Please share the video if you can, and stay safe and have yourself a fantastic day. Adios.